This episode gives, I always feel like somebody's watching me. So Nan Adams is on a cross-country trip going from Manhattan to LA to visit some family. She gets into a little car crash in Pennsylvania and gets a flat tire, so she calls the mechanic. The mechanic was like, girl, you were going way too fast. I'm surprised that you're still alive. Okay, so follow me to town and I can fix you up with like a really good tire. She gets into her car and she sees a hitchhiker with his thumb out waiting for a ride. Now, Nan is not about that life, so she just drives off. Now, at the gas station, she got her new tire, she paid for it, and she sees the hitchhiker again, which kind of freaks her out. So as Nan is driving off, I almost have a heart attack because the hitchhiker jumps in front of the camera and gives us a little smirk. So Nan is also narrating this episode, and she says no matter how far out she goes, she sees him. No matter what town, no matter how many stops she makes, he's still there. Somebody call 911. She stops at a rest stop and she asks the waiter if any hitchhikers ever come through. He says somebody would have to be crazy to hitchhike out there since there's no speed limits, there's just a lot of hills, there's miles and miles of nothing. Back on the road, she's forced to stop since they're doing road work, so she tries to get out to stretch her legs. But the hitchhiker just starts slowly walking up to her car. He just creepily asks her, heading west. Nan floors it. She's out of there. Now, she's at a railroad track crossing, and it has the bells and whistles going off. For some reason, it doesn't have the guard that goes down. Of course, she sees the hitchhiker. Nan thinks she can beat the train, so she tries to drive over the railroad. In true Final Destination fashion, she gets stuck on the tracks. Somehow, she manages to get the car in reverse and off the tracks. Nan is like, that guy really wants to kill me. He was waiting for me to die. I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I should just travel back or if I should just keep going. But either way, I know he's going to be waiting for me. Back on the road, she runs out of gas, so she runs to the nearest gas station. And this place has the biggest sign that says lubrication. I guess the owner lives there too because he opens the window like, you just woke me up out of bed. It's almost midnight. Like, what are you doing? She tries to tell him the situation. She ran out of gas. Somebody's following her. She thinks that this guy might rob her. And he literally tells her, all right, well, if he does, come back tomorrow morning. I'll call the sheriff. And then just closes his window. Good night. Now, this guy literally comes out of nowhere and touches her shoulder. Now, this is a sailor on leave. He's trying to go back to San Diego. And she's like, perfect. I could actually drive you there if you would, just take the ride with me. I just need gas. So he basically just helps get her the gas. Now this ride is so awkward. Like he's just trying to flirt with her and Nan is just not there. She is disassociated. She's like, here's a hypothetical question. Do you think a hitchhiker would be able to beat me town to town? Granted, he gets picked up every time and is going around 65 miles per hour. He's like, I don't know. That's a reach. Probably not. Nan sees the hitchhiker straight ahead, so she tries to run him over. This scares the sailor. He's like, I'm gonna head out. Punani isn't worth it. So it's just her now, and she's back on the road, and she finds a payphone, so she really just wants to call home. Now, this lady on the phone, Nan does not recognize who she is, but she introduces herself as Mrs. Whitney. She just wants to speak to her mom, so she's like, can you just put me on the phone with my mom? But Mrs. Whitney tells her that her mom is still in the hospital. She basically had a nervous breakdown. Mrs. Whitney says that the mom just hasn't been the same since her daughter died. Nan is shocked. She's like, oh, so when did I die? Like, I'm alive. But Mrs. Whitney tells Nan that 6 days ago, Nan died in Pennsylvania in a car crash where her tire blew out and the car turned. So remember the beginning of the episode where she got into a car accident and the guy's like, whoa, you should be dead? Nan is very numb at this point, and she says that the fear has left her now. She's walking into her car and she's like, I think I know now what the hitchhiker wants. She pulls down her mirror and the hitchhiker's in the back seat and says, I think you're going my way. I think the moral of the story is inspect your car before you go on a cross-country trip. And also, try not going 65 miles an hour on a highway.